and welcome to Kremlin United Methodist Church, yet another program from Communications, The Interview. In the house today we've got Mr. Liberty Maziti representing the Church Council. Mr. Liberty Maziti, welcome to our program.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nyikayedu.
Yes, of late people have been asking questions about the church conference. You know, a lot of people don't know what the church conference is. They want to know, what is it? What is it all about? We've got church members that have been coming to church for the past I don't know how many years, and yet they don't understand what the church council is. Can you, in brief, can you tell us what the church conference is?
Oh, thank you very much. Basically, the church conference, it is the time for people to come and celebrate the work that the church has been doing for the whole year. And in this case, June, it starts from June, the work that's been done June the previous year to June the current year. So now the district officials will come, including the GS, who will be presiding over the church conference, to just look at the reports, the work that the secretary has done, and celebrate. So people now, they may be confused it with a time maybe to settle scores with the district, or maybe the secretary trying to settle scores with the district, something like that. But it's not like that. It's time to celebrate things that the secretary has done.
Okay, yes, you heard it right there from Mr. Maziti. He's a member of the Church Council. And also, can you also elaborate on the Church Council? What is the Church Council? You know, what's the responsibility of the Church Council? Okay,
the Church Council, I think it's a governing board, or maybe at a circuit, right? At a district, we've got a district executive, but at second level, we've got the Church Council. So all governance issues that maybe the second does are deliberated at the Church Council. So I've got all boards, they bring their reports to the Church Council. And in our case in Kremlin, the presiding officer will be the council chairperson. And in this case, it's Mr. Nire.
Okay.
Yes. So now all committees now bring out their reports. The second sits, the Church Council sits quarterly to deliberate on issues that are happening within what? The circuit.
Yes.
Yes. If there are any issues that they have to be put across, all committees now, they'll compile their reports, they bring it to the Church Council, and decisions are made.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I thank you very much, Mr. Maziti, for shedding more light to the people. You know, people ask a lot of questions. They want to know. They're asking, what is the church conference? What is the church council? What happens in the council? So now we have heard it right straight that the church council is the governing body at the circuit, which represents or which puts together all the other committees, and when they bring their reports quarterly per year, so that we review how the church programs are happening and as they happen. So this Sunday in particular, we're going to have a church conference here at Kremlin Circuit. It will be starting in the morning. So what is the outcome of this church conference?
Okay, so after the Church Council is set down, right, during the period, a final report is made now, which is now brought to the Church Council, to the Church Conference, with the GS and all other district officials now presenting over the reports. So it will be a celebratory mode, and everything, the recommendations and the resolutions pertaining to the circuit now will be dealt with at that particular conference. So if there are any issues that need to be cleared by the district, it will be done. If there are any questions that the secretary has to be addressed on, if there are improvements that have to be made, if there are recommendations that have to be made, everything now is done what? In the church conference. And each and every committee now, they are given work to go and do again in the following year. Then the process goes on and on every year.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maziti. You had it right there to all the people that wanted to know what exactly is the Church Council, what is the Church Conference, and what happens within, you know, the church administration. So now we've seen that the United Methodist Church involves its people in terms of the governance of the church and the activities that take place within the church. We are very happy as Communications Kremlin to have you here, Mr. Maziti, representing the Church Council. We know that Mr. Nire is the council chair, and other members of the council are there also. And so what is your vision for the church? What do you think the church, where do you think the church is going in terms of administration? Do you think that the church is improving? Are we improving in terms of our governance? Are we going anywhere with the church governance?
The church governance, I think we are very sound in terms of governance issues. We are one of the best maybe denominations in terms of governance issues. We are different from these churches where maybe a single person owns the church. But here we govern our church collectively. Right? There's no one person who's involved in the day-to-day running of the church. Every view from maybe a new member to the oldest member in the church is taken into consideration through all these reports now. So I think in terms of governance we are doing well, so that the mission of the church is enhanced. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maziti. There you had it first. We had Mr. Maziti today, interviewing him in connection with the church conference. So we wanted him to shed light so that we could understand what the church conference is all about and what the church council represents. And now we know that the church council represents the governing body at the local circuit, which represents the committees that are within the church that bring in their reports quarterly per year to report as according to how they are performing in terms of their aims and objectives of the church. We are very happy to have you here, Mr. Maziti, and we hopefully we are going to have a good church conference on Sunday, and that our people, as the United Methodist Church people with open hearts, open minds, they are going to be satisfied with the church conference, and that we hope that this Circuit Krembon in particular is going to fly the flag of the United Methodist Church, and as the Great Commission says, therefore go.